In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to solve the 3x3. The first step to solving the 3x3 is making a white cross, and to do this, you're going to need to find edge pieces that have white on them. So say like this edge piece right here that has white on it, all you need to do is line it up with its center and do F2 or the front face twice to line it up with the white center and make the first cross piece. Now you already have one solved here, in my case. Now, if it is a bad piece like this, where you cannot just put it down like that because it's not facing the correct way, all you're going to do is move it over one like this, then put it down so that it matches up with the center now, and then F, which is the front face, to line it up. But then you mess this piece up, so you just have to refix that. And then for the last piece, it's just that case again. Move it to the side, down, front face, and fix this piece. And now you have your white cross. The next step is putting all the corners in, and you only need one algorithm to do this. So you're going to find a corner like this one and look at the colors. So I have green and orange here. All you're going to do is line it up between the green and orange centers and go R, U, R prime, U prime. And that will put it in, okay? So say this piece right here, line it up with the green and red because it is green and red corner. And all you're going to do is R, U, R prime, U prime. Now, if it happens to be this, you have to do the algorithm multiple times. So now again, R, U, R prime, U prime. Again, R, U, R prime, U prime. Again, R, U, R prime, U prime. And one last time, R, U, R prime, U prime. And that puts the corner piece in. So now, as you can see, we're starting to solve this. So now, to take a piece out from the bottom, so if there's a piece stuck in the bottom and you need to take it out, all you're going to do is that same algorithm, R, U, R prime, U prime, and now it's on the top layer. So now you can line it up where it needs to go and do R, U, R prime, U prime, and it'll put the piece in. Now this piece right here is also stuck in the bottom, so you have to do R, U, R prime, U prime to take it out, and then repeat the algorithm multiple times to put it in. And that is your first layer. So now that the whole first layer is solved, you have to do the second layer, which is putting these edge pieces in correctly. So find any edge piece on the top that does not have yellow on it, like this one, blue and red, and you're going to line it up with its center so it makes a T shape. Now all you're going to do is see which way it needs to go. Right here, for me, it needs to go to the right. So if it needs to go to the right, all you're going to do is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And that will put the piece in. The next case is when you line up your edge piece with the center, it has to go to the left. All you're going to do is mirror the case, which will look like this. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime, and that will put the edge piece into its slot. So the next thing that could happen to you is one of your edge pieces is stuck in the wrong spot, and to remove it from that spot, all you need to do is hold it like this or this, it doesn't matter. If you hold it like this, you have to do the regular algorithm, and if you hold it like this, you have to do the mirrored one. So I'm just going to do the regular algorithm, and that will take the piece out. So now it's in the top layer, and now I can line it up and do the mirrored version since it needs to go to the left to put that piece in. So the next step to solve the 3x3 after solving the first two layers is called OLA, which stands for orientation of the last layer. And there are three cases, either a dot, a line, or an L shape. And if you have a yellow cross already, then just skip this step. But in my case, I have a dot here. So what you're going to do if you have a dot is hold yellow facing up, make sure your first two layers are in front of you. You don't want to be holding yellow facing you. Just like this. And you're going to go F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And that will give you a line or an L. If you have a line, you're going to go F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and that will give you your cross. Now, if you get the L shape, all you're going to do is F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, and that will solve the yellow cross. Alright, so once you have your yellow cross, all you're going to do is hold it with the two headlights facing you and go R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and that will give you this little space invader. And all you're going to do is hold it just like this and go R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and that will give you this, which looks like a little fish with his tail right here. And all you're going to do is hold it right like this with this block facing right by you right here, and you're going to go R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and it'll be the same thing, the fish again, except this white piece will be facing towards you this time now when you put the block facing towards you. And now you're going to do the algorithm again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and now the whole yellow side is solved. You might also get this case, which all you're going to do is hold this piece facing towards you like that and go R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and then you'll get the space invader, but this time it'll be different. You'll have the headlights right here facing towards you, not to the side like this. So you're gonna hold it just like this and do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And now you'll have this fish again, which you'll hold it just like this, do the algorithm like I showed you last time, and then it'll change it to this where it'll be facing towards you, and then do the algorithm again, and it will solve the top layer. The next step to solving the Rubik's Cube is called PLL, which stands for permutation of the last layer. And to solve it, you have to look around the cube and see if you have headlights, which will look like this. And if you don't have headlights like me, you have to create headlights by holding the cube from any spot and going R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, and then you have headlights right here. So now that you have the headlights, you want to make sure they're lined up with their color just like this. And then you're going to hold them to the side and do the same algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, and that'll give you a new case, which there are a few cases you might get. So the first case is this case where you have one solved face and then these edges just need to swap. So if your edge has to swap to the left, go M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M, U prime, M2, and that will solve. And if you have a solved face but your edge has to move to the right, you're going to go M2, U, M prime, U2, M, U, M2, and that'll solve that. If you happen to get this case where there are two that need to swap across from each other, so this red needs to go to this orange and this orange needs to go to the red, same for these blue and green, all you're going to do is hold the cube from anywhere and go M2, U, M2, U2, M2, U, M2. Here's the next and final step to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and all it is a diagonal swap. So these two need to swap and these two need to swap. Orange needs to go to where this green is and the green needs to go with the oranges. Same for this one. All you're going to do is M2, U, M2, U, M, U2, M2, U2, M, U2 to solve it.